talking. I'm talking. The music is very loud. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Yes, I'm like just trying to see if stuff is working here. We're gonna put the mic all the way up. I gotta edit my settings. Don't worry, guys. Hello. We're gonna put the mic all the way up. I'm just fixing stuff because I'm also on YouTube right now. Don't worry, guys. Hello. Is it? Okay. I'm multitasking so much right now. Don't worry. Things are working. I'm gonna go with this for now. And wait, I should probably do the settings that I was gonna do. I was trying to do settings, and I'm like, oh boy, display settings. Not display settings. It was mic settings. I needed microphone. Sound settings. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it's like this, and then okay. Let's go. It's in Japanese though.
歴史的な開国から数十年、文明開化の大号令のもと、極東の島国にまさに今西洋文化の大波が押し寄せていた。活気に満ち溢れる帝都の民は変化、革新の熱気にむせ返り、その変化に戸惑う者も飲み込んで、時代は大きなうねりの中にあった。
I've played this game before, so it's not gonna be a surprise to me, but I don't remember how to get to the ending, so. But I do want to voice act. That's why I'm here. I will voice act and make jokes. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. There we are. Alright. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m., Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendants, Antechamber 5. Okay, wait, T is history, F is autoplay, G is options. Okay. I still can't believe this is happening. I don't think I read that right. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Hello, Malachi. I know everything I'm supposed to do. I just don't remember correctly. I mean, I know... Yeah, I know stuff. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Sorry. My name is Naruhodo Ryunosuke. When we're in Japan, I'm gonna say it last name, first name. When we're in England, I'm gonna go first name, last name. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen. Oh god. Not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. If I mess up my words while reading for Kazuma, it's not too far off. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes. And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you, you haven't even graduated yet. Ba, 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 ba. And yet I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Ryunosuke? Yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, No, I suppose that wasn't my fault. He's so pretty. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. There you go again, apologizing. Where's the wind coming from? It's his aura. It's his special aura that is billowing his headband behind him. Just like always. He's so cool. It just does that. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers the past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? I just finished this game today, like the second game, last case. I just finished it today, but I can't get enough, so I'm back here. Of course not! You have to believe me! I didn't do it! I can never murder someone. There's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. Stop being gay, Ryunosuke. I know I'm right in front of you, but you don't have to show... You don't... But Kazuma, he's gay. Indeed he is. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Hasogi Kazuma. Whoa! What's going on in the background? My best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. What's going on in the back? But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering... Oh, it's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyways. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. He's literally so gay that he manifested non-existent air to blow through his bandana. You said the exact same thing 3 days ago, Kazuma of the world. Zawaru. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when this all started. That's when all this started. We were on a date. Congratulations, Kazuma! It looks like you're going to get a study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So, you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud, as your friend. There's not a soul in a university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. Like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. The mysterious aura's billowing behind him, his headband. I want to bring change about. I can't speak. I wish I could speak better. That's what I'm going to England for. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. Boyfriend. Yeah. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing. See the real thing with my very own eyes. That's if I mess up with Kazuma, it's canon. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's London together. If only it were that simple. It is that simple. What? Nothing. I'm not planning anything, don't worry. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then. Aibo. I can speak some Japanese, so when I can, I will try. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. He takes the Oh god, I don't know what to give. I don't know what kind of voice to give. Like every time I try to give him a voice, it just ends up sounding the same as someone else. Asogi, may I have a word? You stole a cup from Chili's on accident when you were 9? Sorry, Professor. I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has a personal significance to me. I don't know what kind of voice. Oh, I don't want auto, no. But never mind that for now. Asogi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at the university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then. Ryunosuke? I'll see you tomorrow in the courtroom. Not tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. Why did I say tomorrow? Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. There's no tomorrow in that sentence. I don't know how I'll reach that conclusion. He's got white hair. He's too old. Damn. This is awkward. If I may? Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Naruhodo Ryunosuke, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Mikoto Bayuji. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. No, we're actually boyfriends. How did Sholmes pull him? That's like... Sholmes didn't bag anything. Mikotoba picked Sholmes up and literally said, I guess I'm coming, you're coming with me now. As people... As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked. Never granted again. And never granted again. What? What? No way! As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? I think what I'm doing for Mikotoba's voice is just doing Kazuma, but not as, like, headstrong. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable circumstances. Sholmes is only smarter on Mikotoba because he wants to show off. He wants to show off. But I didn't do it! I swear it! I'm not a murderer! I'm sure that's true, nevertheless. I can assure you that proving your innocence would be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand. once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Do you, Naruhodo Ryunosuke, take Asogi Kazuma to be your husband? I do! Wait, yes, I do! What will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? If you unmute... Constant coughing? I don't want you... If you don't want to unmute, don't unmute. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. I had a cold. Ace Attorney gave me a cold. It's really fun. You can voice Hosonaga. I would see
Oh,
most.
that's perfect.
He's not even here yet. He's not even... Okay. Bro's not even here yet. He's already coughing. It would seem our superstitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Asogi Kazuma, sorry, we're in Japan, must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. You first saw Hosanaga's so fine. Of course. The defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving, there's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Movie flashback! Wait, my vision! It's black and white! Oh my god! This is it. If the trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, I'm saying all of this out loud. I thought he was gonna die as well. With absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that was... God damn it. The trial that would decide my destiny. Here we go. Is my skip text thing on? I want to make sure that's on just in case. Okay, well. So this is a courtroom. There are some options. Gameplay. Text skip. There we go. The Supreme Court of Judicature. The gates right beside each other. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? Base boosted words. It'll become clear in time, but for now... Don't be distracted by me. I know we're dating, but just, like, don't get distracted. You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Hi, Jigoku. What's going on? The court will now hear the trial of Naruhodo Ryunosuke. So, what I did, I streamed on Instagram before, and because I couldn't figure out what kind of voice to give Jigoku, I gave him the Game Grumps girl voice. So I'm gonna do that now, just because I'm gonna give him a stupid voice, and it's gonna be great. The court will now hear the trial of Naruhodo Ryunosuke. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense. begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, I made a last-minute request. I've missed the word. The defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. Give him the most highest pitch voice you could possibly get. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to a trial. And then there's Naruhodo in the future, who gets a client and goes to court the next day. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Judge Chikoku is a Discord kitten. My vision! It's gone all black and white again! This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question Professor meant. But then if I say I do... I need to answer quickly. What should I do? We'll answer I do. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? He's such a... I do love him. He's great. I would like to inform the court that I, Naruhodo Ryunosuke, will be defending myself. You'll be... What? Runs to Pixar. What are you playing at, God damn it. What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything, just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. No! It's not that really. It's just that... Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Kazuma says so many sus things. Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Don't exaggerate, Ryunosuke. You know he can't last more than a minute. What? How do you know that? Well, well. Does he accuse to meet defeat already, renouncing his own counsel? Really? Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Hai! その通りです。その通りは考えないません。I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. And I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. There is a white man involved. Oh, no, that is a crime. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. Hai, Saibanjo. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. I'm going to give you a tutorial. You're going to give me a tutorial? He's going to give you a tutorial. Well, I guess he's gonna give me a tutorial. So, let's give you a tutorial. Let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in the case. Oh, I just hit my mic. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I care to remember. But, wait. I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant information in this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of E. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. Just have to press E for the court record? There's no time to lose. Welcome to the... I thought my skip was on. It's a tutorial, whatever. My details about the victim. I know who the victim and stuff is. Everything's in the court record. Now you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press R to present. Try it now. Oh, I have to click it. Press E to present. Oh, R to present. Hey! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. I don't know how to do your laugh. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England invited to Yuma 3 years ago. Yuma University. I keep forgetting really big words, even though they're right there in the text box. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together, after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. And yet, despite these circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yuma University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, we're gonna spend 10,000 hours in this courtroom. Our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any differences for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. I get the strangest feeling of deja vu right now. Are you getting it too? Well, this is a flashback, so I mean... See you in English class. Aibo. Sayonara. Sayonara じゃないで。じゃあね。またね。The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. It's a white guy. I've seen that man at the university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. And then I murdered him. So then I went over to the professor's table. And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. And then he died. Let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. What happened to your effort in the voice actor? How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life?
state before the court the cause of death.
The cause of death. Well, obviously that was, Ryunosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? You dumbass, look in the court record.
Oh, sorry, Jesus.
Do it now. Oh, my mouse can scroll. Nice. And I press... It's R to present? Sona... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, I'm illiterate! Yes, that's right, the, post-mortem report. Kazuma's hair looks like the emo version of a bowl cut. He got a bowl cut, and then he decided to, like, make it spiky at the back. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws his conclusion that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. And that's a bullet hole. You can... Yep, he was shot by a gun. In other words, he was shot by a gun. Yes, that certainly looks like he was shot by a gun. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the court record.
So that's photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. And then it's the court record. And then, spaces examined. So we see this. Okay. Perfect. We know how to examine. Herlock? How do you have a Herlock Zoom Zoom? And why is he watching you sleep? It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible.
Very well, I'm satisfied with your answers. The tutorial is done. Let us start the trial.
We haven't started yet?
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado...
Ado?
So. In order to better appraise the court with the facts of this case. The prosecution hereby called its first witness. He was here at the scene of the crime when it happened.
This is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. I mean Dr. Mikotoba. Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean I'll cheat T-posing to assert dominance. Well, I can still act as your assistant. Of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, has he? He's a sailor? It's a metaphor, Ryunosuke. Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control those cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Can you imagine Kazuma saying, Ryunosuke, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Drifting through the wind, wanting to start again.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Of course. My name is Satoru. Oh, God. My name is Hosonaga Satoru. I'm the head writer at a... Writer? I'm a writer now, I guess. I'm the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called Le Carnaval. Omari, are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery 3 days ago. I don't care about that, really. Understood. Wasanaga-san, will you kindly tell the court everything you know about the incident?
At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have a few diners at the time of day. Dinners? Diners? I don't actually know. The lunchtime rush was over, and there was only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else at the place. When I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery, a gunshot rang out. So... Midnight Convos with Asoryu? Okay. Aibo. Nah, Aibo. Close your eyes, Aibo. Okay, Aibo. Wait, I can do this in Japanese. Yeah, I can do that in Japanese. Aibo. Nah, Aibo. Me wa samasa. Aibo. Hai, Aibo. Nani ga mittan da, Aibo? Nani mo wa, Aibo. Boku, wait. Kazuma uses ore. Ore no sekai ga. Ore no sekai ga, kisama ga inai, Aibo. Aibo! Sugoku da! I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Hey! Mata! Let me clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found laying on the floor beside the professor. I didn't shoot him!
I believed I asked you to refrain from petty interjections.
I should tell you when Hosonaga starts coughing. He's gonna cough up a storm soon, don't worry.
The guard wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But... The next time you
interrupt an inappropriate time, you'll be penalized, defendant Naruhodo.
Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today.
There are no windows. Where's the wind coming from? Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased English gentleman. Englishman. There is no gentleman in there. And the university student. Huh? Yeah, ちょっと。何言ってんだ。誰もいない。Oops. どうしたの、龍之介。それってじゃないでしょ。When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite at him at this table. Really? That's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I will interject. I'm going to interject. Hi! Chotomate kudasai. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. I hate his objection.
Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to worry if you're not a fraud.
Kazuma did the dude, really.
Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I am not a lawyer, and I'm sure of what I saw. Osanaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? No. The deceased gentleman came in to dine alone. I don't believe it. Oh, he's coughing right now. I should cough for him. Osanaga-san, you really are coughing up a storm. Are you sure you're alright? I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to.
Let me see. I have a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume.
Osanaga jump scare. That's right, I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
Well, you're clearly a very conscious waiter. Why the hell do you have a business card?
For reasons I will not disclose. Thank you, sir.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Well...
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. He's coughing. Something certainly seems like... Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Well, I've got his business card now. Thanks, Osanaga-san.
So, the court has now heard the presses of this case.
Yes,
So the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo,
yes, Your Excellency?
if you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully on you. Definitely. In other words, you may have some small
He's always in... Yeah, I don't even know what his, like, police uniform would be.
In other words, you're... I hate you.
What the heck did I do?
This witness is a testament. He's a witness. Yep. But I must warn the defense. If you keep going, we're gonna be here for thousands of hours. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? We're in a court and I'm asking you what to do because you're my lawyer. I mean...
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? He looks a bit malnourished. He's always like that. He's dying slowly. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. You said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so was the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. What lies ahead? Don't worry. Anything that lies ahead, I'll be right here beside you to deal with it. We get a flash forward to the future. Kazuma, you liar! Aisa. Nosa. Yesa nosa. I don't know sa. Despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw in my trust. You're throwing the trust back in my face? Literally? What do you mean, literally? Ah! What? Shiranai sa. If the accused is in fact innocent, then whoa, I dropped my pen. The defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty, or are you going to give up on yourself? Yup. Game ends right there. The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. I need to breathe. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Alchi, please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless.
Go big or go home. Go home, I'm done with this.
As you know, many may call me a saint, but I can be a devil. In a few short moments from now, I will learn how to talk better. That dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever.
Gotcha hybrid? I don't see it.
The prosecution calls its next witness. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once.
Oh god, wait. What voices should I know what to give correcta. I could only get the pun names when they were Japanese witnesses. I literally couldn't get it anywhere else. Or the saint stuff. Oh.
Witnesses, do the thing that every ace attorney case does.
Aisa! The great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Yasano-sa, reporting for duty, sa. Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Tatsure. That's not what it says. Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd district, Curio Correcta. Address of Correcta Curio. Desho.
An antique dealer and a soldier with an unusual bearing. Both of these gentlemen were at the restaurant when the guy was shot. When the guy shot the other guy.
You go into a voice that resembles Bennett from Genshin Impact. Let's all go on an adventure. They must be the other diners at the mother fricker. I can't talk. Were they in the restaurant? Myself, I habitually take tea in the most exquisite aroma in the establishment in question. Always post noon. And I haven't actually read the post-mortem report. I realized I should probably do that right now. No. Corrector E. Single bullet, fatal hemorrhage, total ballistic trauma, no exit wound. The bullet did not pass through the body. Okay. He looks like he's about to demand pictures of Spider-Man. Get me Spider-Man! Do you think I can? Ooh. Oh, Wast! I can use Wast. Nice. Okay. Nice. Maybe I should give him a J.K. Simmons voice then. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer. It sounds like he's a regular at Le Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who might have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets the Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. He seeks pictures of Spider-Man. Right, I see, although to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now you both witnessed the gunshot. I don't know why I'm talking this way, is that right?
Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir! Get me pictures of Spider-Man! J. Jonah Jameson. Oh, that was his child. There's a black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who loaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. Do you think that Achi would have those things people do with stuff cloggy noses, like hold your nose on talking? I don't know. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. A child. So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. I think you could kill him. This soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I'm always comfortable when I'm beside you, eyeball. I was feeling uncomfortable from the start.
Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You'll state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred.
Hi, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir. Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon. I was investigating a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. Black uniformed varsity kid had fired on the English civilian, and from the back, that cowardly little weasel. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of the mysteriously absconded precious curio. I got this in the bag. This one's easy.
Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment? You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. No. Where did you get a knife from? Welcome to SL9. Jeez. Oh, that is a Shon Tsum Tsum. Like, you didn't have to say shot on the back. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? You think I shot someone? I mean, you look like the person who could shoot some guy. Are you serious, Kazuma? You look at me. Naruhodo, Ryunosuke, and you think, that looks like a person that could shoot a guy. No! Yes, all I did was pick up the gun I saw lying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. I'm a coffee guy. I drink it black. I don't believe you, Ryunosuke. Then when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bang. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal in the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? No, I was lying. Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? Do it now! I can have my can I have my coffee as black as my soul? So a caramel latte with extra cream and extra sugar? Can I have, like, extra sugar?
There's no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty.
Godot would hate it. He would.
It is time to bring the despicable student to justice. Certainly. The testimony the court has just heard eliminates the vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial.
Hey!
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst?
I mean... Oh, I can do this now. 僕、じゃなくて、弁護は demands its right to a cross-examination.
What? Dear me, dear me. I'm never going to get cool dialogue. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant.
We live, we love, we love.
Gulp. Kazuma's so commanding. I listened to his orders. What?
What? I didn't say anything. No. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
Alright. This is where the battle really begins. Ryunosuke! But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. The player does, just trust him. Isn't it obvious you have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements? How? You didn't fire the gun, which means that the soldier said had to be a lie. Shh. That's your opinion. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is the evidence. Is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive evidence and indisputable evidence. Oh, decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let go. Oh. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Alright then. It's all or nothing. Let's give it nothing. I want to go home. And from the back, and we go E, and then we present. Yeah, there we go. What? What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting the wad of papers in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes! There's a clear inconsistency here.
What nonsense. What can this document possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student in this grand courtroom.
This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. This dude has 4 goddamn themes in these games. And it's like, it kind of infuriates me. Because, listen. His first theme, the one I'm listening to right now, It's the most boring one. I don't mean to be rude, but this theme of the first theme that he has is the most boring one. Kazuma, what?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the post-mortem report presented by the defense. I love all the music. It's my favorite soundtrack, including Ryutaro's Objection and Naruhodo's Pursuit. There's a clear discrepancy here with Sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Yesano-san? Yes, sir. What, sir? I forgot. You're a bad liar. The black uniform and from the back. Hi! But no, that just can't be! And why not, cadet? Because... As it clearly stated in the postmortem report, fatal hemorrhage, sorry, that was bad. Fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. The photographic print of the victim clearly shows the same thing. Yeah, he was shot from the front, weirdo. Sergeant, according to your witness's statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. You're lying. Yeah, it was his list. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again.
Certainly there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa?
Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir.
What?
The last testimony the court heard has proven to be one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Yesano-san, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Sherlock is the type of person to say, "Ooh, I got an achievement." My dear fellow, I have made an astounding revolution. Oh boy, what is it now, Mr. Sholmes? Did you know that if you die, you're dead? Really now? Yes, I never knew that before. Uh-huh. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. He said the thing! He said the thing! Oh my god! He said the thing! But I definitely saw him. The university cadet there who's pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor.
And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either.
Myself, I have already been quite clear. They say the word resolve into yeah, and every time I made a joke out of that. Every time they said resolve, I followed it up with of Naruhodo Ryunosuke. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure.
Treasure? I see. Leans over to Ryunosuke. He's clearly on something. I don't think you can trust this witness.
Indeed, the Hoy era Koba. My prized coin. Whoa, his character sprite just glitched. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place it in the bottom of my pocket. What?
Why? In the hope of meeting a rich diner. That was a yawn. I'm sorry.
Believe that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not. But I
realized I'm doing the wrong voice. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not. But I was presented with a little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
The Koban vanished.
Hunting around. Ow! My god. Herlock completely missing the area to feel someone's pulse. He's dead. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did. But he did it not. For my concern was only with finding my absconded Hoy treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest. Did you find the coin in the end? No. I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoy Koban was lost to me. No doubt. Some scurrilous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to be reading for him. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon.
Nevertheless, the witness will testify to... Well, the witness's testimony to the court is just... One more time. The witness's testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Algie? I don't know. I'm just here for the editorial case. I don't really care. No matter what I say, doesn't matter. My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing the next statements, it will become abundantly clear that only one person could have Inikui. Something. Naruhodo Ryunosuke.
What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he?
Very well. Do your crap then. I don't really care. I'm just here for the tutorial case.
As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, at once, sir. Awaiting
excuse me. There's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. I know, I love that part! They can't climb Belcourt. They don't have hands or feet. You can't train them with a whistle. They don't have ears. They aren't always venomous. How could such a lowly creature survive as such a long species this has? And with seeing those straps, I'm so excited to voice Sholmes because he's my favorite character to voice. It would seem that this I don't remember and I don't really care to say. Your father's about to quell the enemy! Watch and learn, my boy. If I don't watch, and what if I don't learn? That baby's so ugly. Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirmed that there were only other personnel. Indeed, Eloni was the English gentleman. Over and out. Wait, that's nonsense! The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all!
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman! There was a young woman at his table! You must have seen her! Everyone there must have seen her!
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. Ugh. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Okay. Sholmes on top of my roof. He's investigating a murder. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing up there? I'm investigating a murder. I trust you won't disturb me while I figure out who did it. You know, I will figure it out in no less than 5 minutes. You seem very, confident about that. Yes. As long as it does not involve a snake, I shall be perfectly fine. Based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in company of anyone else. It doesn't make any sense. The court will have this new photographic evidence of the court record. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's not possible that nobody else saw the woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It seems that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness's testimony we just have heard will leave no further room for doubt.
These are sensitive political times.
The Game Grumps girl voice.
Nick! Why did you do that?
How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now's your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witness, but make it quick, understood?
Rules can be so unbending at times.
I have to press everything. Right, this is the part where I press, yeah. And I don't remember what I press. It's almost the same thing. Pointing at the foreign man, young lad in black. Furthermore, visual search of the premises confirmed that they use only... Okay. I'll just press everything. That's my go-to tactic. It's cute. Hi! No! That's not the same thing at all! For a start, I didn't fire that gun! We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of an uniformed officer versus that of fledgling cadet. I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I?
And yet, it isn't an undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it.
Have what? I believe that we are past that part. I saw you even gun at the Englishman.
Yeah, don't you?
Grr. Ryunosuke, please calm yourself.
Isn't that so good, Akita-san?
Pointing his gun at the foreign man. Black. Furthermore, visual search of the premises. There was no one else there. Alone he was, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman overnight. See, yeah, I already went past that one. So, this one we do have the press, and then we have to get a reaction. I'm pretty sure it's the one. Hi! Yes, that may be true. It may be true that I was holding the gun at what? But I've told you already, it's only because I picked it up off the floor. No, you have good memory, I just wasn't there at the time. I just finished drinking my coffee. I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed the gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. In exactly that moment, a gunshot rang in my ears. Sorry, what do you mean? No, Casey found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated... Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the fact remains I myself did see you, with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Hi! Hi! Yeah! それは違うよ. You must have noticed someone else was at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel as if I'm growing calluses in my ear. And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of the woman.
Only there had been more people dying at the time. Someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 when it happened. A quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know, of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect.
Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor in terms of time to eat. Hey, why did you do?
My voice just cracked really badly.
I wonder if there's a reason why the victim was eating alone at the time of day and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there's indeed a reason.
There was?
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
Oh, there we go. I needed this one.
Medical report card.
Hata Clinic? Oh god! Hata Clinic? Are you kidding me? November, past 1. Third day of the incident.
So the victim went for a late lunch following.
Okay. I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Is it in the court record yet? It's hard to see how it could be related, really. Maybe you can request for it to be entered in the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for it? Yeah. If I may, I'd like to ask for the medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? On the grounds of Japan. Sorry.
The court has already heard conclusive witnesses' testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have the right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
You do not have it. You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for a submission of evidence.
Very well, the court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's the most disturbing trend. People have rights. No, we can't let them find out that they have rights.
What we need right now is clues. Shut up, Kazuma, and let me look at the court record. I can't even examine it right now. Oh, I hate you. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. Can I do it now? Nope.
Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witnesses' testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korekita-san.
Dining all by himself. Now am I allowed to... Nope, I still can't. Okay, well... Keep going. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone? But I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in.
So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on the point. Isn't that interesting? And let's not forget the incontestable evidence we have here to support the claims as well. As clearly can be seen, there's only a single beef steak on the victim's table, a mere for one.
I want steak. Oh. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, Cadet? I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across from the table of the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's death... I'm getting tired of your lying. Sorry, it's just not possible.
Fortunately for you, defendant Nadaho, though, it's just not the case of these two witnesses alone.
Sorry?
The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone.
That's right.
Precisely, in other words, you are the sole opponent of his phantom lady.
But I...
If such a good woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of the phantom woman be made. It's blatant use of a waste of the court's time.
There's nothing I can say to that. Excellent work, Hirunosuke. We've gained some new information now. Am I allowed to examine it now? Nope. But I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medicinal report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? Read it, dumbass. Oh, okay. That's how I rotate it. By using WASD. Okay. Thanks, Kazuma. I get it. I get it now. Thanks. Okay, I get it. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. Use Cherokee West in space. Oh, okay. Going straight into it. It says how to clinic on this medicinal report card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? Well, when I was 5, I caught the only cold I ever had in my life. And I remember even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forget it, never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this clinic is where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. Can I not? I can't use the cursor, can I? Oh! I can. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medicinal history. There's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they use laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. There's a cautionary note from the medicinal practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. This new information. The meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely! It's like this one. I shall save. It's E to present, and I present this R. There we go. Well, I think, about what are you whittling, lad? Calling yourself a lawyer? I never call myself a lawyer. I wish I could, but first and foremost, here I'm the accused. Ryunosuke? Everyone stumbles on the words occasionally under the circumstances. I wouldn't worry about it. I stumble on my... You know me. Thanks, Kazuma. And I could quite clearly see that in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't you like... Wait, what? Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully, just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Korekta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. I see, and so I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with the witness statement. Something clearly doesn't add up. Have you forgotten your words so soon, amateur? Sorry, what? My words? You were not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he or he may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's, remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. Just let's end this. The witness's testimony at the court have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter for all the simple that it's no one else besides the pale-faced pupil could possibly.
This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst have petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How can it possibly be irrelevant?
Perhaps because Hara Clinic, which has issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? What's that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? You get orders not to eat? So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't.
Correcta-san?
What, boy? What?
As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. You've assured the court that with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Expertly done, partner.
What? What is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at the photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? The logic is I am going to save here and stop playing because I'm so tired. Oh yeah. Alright. That was the first little part of the game. I love how there's like these things, but I don't ever remember anyone using those. So, you know, here we are. I look back in the chat and you said the Molder's pick, you guys. Ugh. Whatever. Hello. You guys, why did you have the Molder's chat? Jesus Christ.